Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Angelia Putri from Junior High School 1 Rancah. Today, I will tell you a story about Cium Wanara. Long time ago, in West Java, there is a kingdom called Galuh. The ruler was King Barmawijaya Kusuma. He had two wives, Pohaci Naganingrum and Dewi Pangrinyap. At that time, both of them were pregnant. The king was very happy when Dewi Pangrinyap gave birth to a baby boy. The king named him Hariang Bangun. He was a handsome boy. Several months later, Pohaci Naganingrum also gave birth. Dewi Pangrinyap helped her during the birth process, but she had an evil plan. She had prepared a baby dog and gave it to Pohaci. She put the baby in a box and had it thrown to a river. Lengser, the man who received the order to throw the baby in a river, put him in a safe box and gave an egg. Meanwhile, Dewi Pangrinyap reported to the king that Pohaci had given birth to a baby dog. "Oh, Your Majesty, Pohaci is an evil woman. Last night she gave birth, but her baby is a dog. They are sinners. They must go to the hell." The king was shocked and very angry to hear that. He thought it was a shame for the royal family. So he ordered his soldier to kill Pohaci and the baby.
"There is no place here for sinners. They must go to the hell. Lengser, bring them to the wood and kill them."
"Yes, Your Majesty." Lengser, who had to carry out the order, did not dare to do it. He sent Pohaci instead. Then Pohaci lived in a remote village. Meanwhile, in a village by the river lived a couple of husband and wife. Aki Balangantrang lived with his wife Nini Balangantrang. Several years had passed after their marriage, but still they had no children. Day and night they prayed to the god to ask for children. One night, Nini was dreaming that she saw a full moon. Aki interpreted the dream that they would receive provision from God. In the next morning, Aki went to the river with his net to fish. And suddenly, something caught his attention. In the middle of the river, there was a wooden box floating on the water. Then he grabbed it. He was shocked when he saw a baby inside it. Then he brought a baby to home and gave him a name of Cium Wanara. In Sundanese language, Cium means bird and Wanara means monkey. They were very happy since they had no children. Several years later, Cium Wanara grew up to be a handsome and smart boy, and the egg had become a cock. Cium loved cockfighting game. His cock was so quick and strong that it won all of its fights. Soon, he and his cock became famous in Galuh. The king of Galuh, who had many cock and also loved cockfighting, heard the news, so he ordered Lengser to find the boy. As Lengser got to Cium's house, he was surprised to see the box. He realized that it was the box he threw in the river some years earlier. When he asked Cium's father, he was sure that Cium was the king's son from Pohaci Naganingrum. That time, he wanted to do a good deed for Cium. He told Cium that the king invited him to the palace for a cockfight. He also told Cium to ask for the kingdom if his cock win the fight. Cium agreed, so they went to the palace immediately. Later, in the palace of Galuh, Cium told the king that he had a condition for a cockfight. If his cock win the fight, he wants the king to give him his kingdom. And if his cock lose, he will give his head. The king agreed because he was sure that his cock would win. Later, in a fierce fight, Cium's cock won the fight. Everybody was shocked. The king had no choice. He had to keep his word and give his kingdom to Cium Wanara. Then Lengser told the king that Cium was actually the king's son from Pohaci Naganingrum. He revealed Dewi Pangrinyap's evil action. The king was shocked and very angry to hear that. So he ordered his soldier to arrest and punish Dewi Pangrinyap. This event made Prince Haryang Banga got very angry. He quickly attacked you. Finally, the king decided to divide his kingdom into two parts. The border was Cipamali River. The west of the kingdom had given for Haryang Banga, while Chiu ruled the eastern part of the kingdom. That's the end of my story. Thanks for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.